to see that click.
Is it where he was like casting the whole time?
I'm getting the same spikes. What the fuck?
Maybe your internet hates American hosts.
What the hell? This is the weirdest thing. Okay, it's slowed down now. Maybe it takes some... No, it's still going. I really don't get it. How could I see a bunch of spikes and you guys don't see them?
I don't know. I don't see it either. Oh, obviously I don't see it.
Alright, let's try to watch the game like this. If it's too bad, then we'll see. But I mean, I can't force EU host for every game.
Yeah.
Obviously. Some matches will be cast from replays, by the way. Like the next one, Cash Hawk versus Lil Knuff will be cast from replays. So we won't have that problem, obviously, with replays. But it happens a lot for EU and NA host and vice versa. What the hell? That is terrible.
That is terrible. Okay, so we'll see. There's already stuff happening, which is interesting. So TeRRoR sent his Acolyte Scout and killed a skeleton on the left-hand side, or killed a critter to get skeletons on the left-hand side, kind of by that little orange camp. And what that tells you is he's going to try and stop CrunCher from fast expanding. So in order to fast expand on this map, you have to do the little trick where you pull the golems out and then you kind of creep it from behind. And TeRROR's goal, now what you see people do is they try to disrupt that. So they'll use their Scout Acolyte to stop those golems from being pulled with the equipment. So if CrunCher is going for that fast expand, that's kind of what you want to look for. You want to look for if he's able to pull those golems and if TeRROR is able to disrupt that or not.
Yeah. I really wonder if CrunCher actually means to expand. Like, I guess we'll know when he starts the fourth farm. I kind of expect him to, but TeRROR is pretty good these days. I lost to him twice, I think, yesterday. Like, he knows how to play pretty well, I think, against human in general. In one of the games, he even played the Dreadlord expand on Echo Isle into... No, wait, was it? It was Dreadlord expand into Mass Necromancers. I think it was Echo Isle, maybe.
Against human, he went Mass Necros?
Yeah, but like Dreadlord expand into Mass Necros.
Yeah.
So it's like he Carrions everything. Like even if you go for Priest, everything's getting Carrion and dying, and then like Necros finish the job basically because they're overwhelmed.
There's some player on he plays on NA, but he's this European player, but he's super toxic. He used to do that to me all the time, but I smashed him every single game.
Oh, the sadist guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, this guy's terrible.
Yeah. He used to try that on me every single time, and I lost to him one time, and I swore to myself, I'm like, I'm never losing this asshole again. And I never lost to him after that first game.
He always says the same line, right? Like, get cancer and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy is a debug, for sure. So he's going one base, by the way, CrunCher. But he's kind of, I don't know if he's trying to pretend he's expanding, but he's kind of staying around the expo. Maybe to keep TeRRoR guessing. I guess he knows he can't really creep anything anyway. So he waited until he had more, and now he's getting on top of these kobold guys.
And we do see the first fiend out on the field for TeRRoR. CrunCher just trying to do as much damage as he can to the skeletons. Now, while those skeletons are incredible value for the undead player, every 2 of those skeletons are, somewhere around 35 gold for 2 skeletons. So those skeletons aren't free, but they're very, very, very cheap. But my point is they're relatively easy to kill. So when you're able to attack them, like CrunCher is doing right now, it's good to do that. So it's not like you just want to ignore them. A lot of beginner players, they just kind of ignore those skeletons because they think, they don't give that much experience, but they're relatively easy to kill, and putting damage on those skeletons is good.
TeRRoR is gonna get surrounded, looks like.
Oh, that's a great surround by CrunCher.
Yeah, that was very nice. He done actually understood the pathing really well.
Yeah.
Best Knight finally gets level 2. Archmage is decent. Oh my god, that kobold. That kobold so is sick, by the way. I tried to tank a few shots in one of my games today against these kobold guys. because like you know the HP of Archmage regenerates pretty fast anyway. And then they bashed me non-stop up until my Archmage had a quarter hit points in the start of one of my game.
I've actually lost my creep, or I've lost my hero to that creep, probably 4 or 5 times. It took me 4 or 5 times.
Were you trying to one-up me like this?
I shouldn't do that. No, I'm being dead serious. No, my point. I'm reinforcing your point that the bash is insane. I swear to God, his bash percentage is higher than the regular bash percentage. It's like 50% or something. It's crazy.
It's crazy. I thought maybe the small ones bash as well or something. I don't know. But I think it's just the big one, right?
It just feels whatever unit is taking the hits, it feels like they're perma-stunned against this creep camp. CrunCher is playing this really well, so he's trying to zone the DK with his Archmage while his footmen are taking these creep camps. And he's already level 3, so at this point, he's going for that level 4, the level 2 Brilliance Aura, and he's trying to take these creep camps away from the undead player. So he's able to kill one of those kobolds. He's going to leave the other 2, and that footman is getting perma-bashed, as we mentioned. He got bashed twice there. And Water Elemental will fall for the undead player. Undead is sitting just over level 2, Lich almost at 0.5.
I think we might have to play like games on EU host or something. I mean, maybe we can try 1 or 2 more hosts, but I think it might be the same. Because like this is crazy for viewers, it's not going to be that enjoyable, I think. But then it's not fair for players, but I mean, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. We can try, I thought maybe my hosts, I don't know. Maybe there's like connection issues with your connection to certain NA hosts.
Yeah, but it's the 2 NA hosts that we can use right now.
Right. I don't know. Well, Insup or CrunCher could host. I forget where CrunCher's from, like...
Yeah, it's central though. It's gonna be laggier for the EU players.
I mean, he can try to host and we can just see what the ping is in the in the room. All right. Anyway, CrunCher is headed to tier 3 right now, and TeRRoR is almost tier 3. So we are going to see tier 3 play. Looking at the items, Archmage is turning into a sniper here with plus 15 damage.
It's already had that for a while, yeah.
And MK picks up Gloves of Haste. I hope to see the Gloves of Haste on the... Oh no, you know what? He'll probably keep that because like you mentioned, he likes to go bash. And having Gloves of Haste with bash, it makes the bash just a little bit better. I wouldn't be surprised if he switches that over to the AM too, just to try and get more out of the auto attack damage that he's getting with the claws and the +3 intel.
Yeah, I mean, you need to get Orb and Staff here pretty quickly as well when you reach tier 3 as CrunCher. Get that Paladin going at 2. And he needs to start getting some upgrades on these rifles as well. At least the +1 is like really cheap to get. It seems like TeRRoR is really worried about getting into a fight, by the way. He got out of there pretty fast.
Yeah, he's playing this like he was playing the 2v2s. In terms of he's just trying to avoid fights until he's forced into a fight. But I don't think CrunCher really wants to take a fight right now either, to be honest. CrunCher is trying to get that level 3 MK, and then once that Paladin does come out, the question is how quickly...
Oh, he's coming to creep Jack. You see, he stopped creeping the expo at the top, he's just running on the other side of the map. He wants to engage before Undead's done with this camp here. The skeleton's supposed to be here for TeRRoR. He might be planning to TP. Just grab the item, then TP, I think.
And CrunCher is going to engage this. We're going to see that item drop. A greater mana potion. He's going to be very happy about that item. And Wand of Mana stealing for CrunCher. So the item luck remains in the Europeans' favor here. Must be that New Year's Eve luck. Since you guys are hitting, you guys are going to hit 2020 about 6 hours ahead of us. So
yeah. Any big plans?
No, not really. My wife has to work until about 8 p.m., so we're probably just gonna hang out at home. We got there's a party we might go to, but my guess is we won't end up going because my wife has to work again tomorrow. So I don't know. We'll see. We might go for like an hour or 2.
It's still pretty early for you, yeah. Actually.
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock right now.
Damn, these legs are crazy, man. But if you trap the granite, oh, I was gonna say it doesn't stomp, but yeah, it still does.
Yeah. That stomp was pretty huge. This is a big creep camp. So essentially CrunCher is trading this red camp for that orange camp. And if CrunCher is able to get this red camp and then run over to the left side of the map and engage before Undead gets the other red camp, that's going to be huge for CrunCher. And he's trying to get solo experience here. Here comes Paladin to leech some of this experience. That was a great job, and Paladin is basically going to start right out of the gate at level 2.
Yeah, pretty close to it. Very nice. He's gonna get that at the shop now. Needs to sell the character's pipe, and then maybe a CrunCher I think can break up keep pretty soon. But TeRRoR will be getting the granite golems on the other side. He should pull back Lich and Death Knight. Yeah, he's gonna do that. That's really, really well done.
CrunCher is getting shit luck with items, getting Brilliance Aura from that.
Yeah.
Really unfortunate for CrunCher. Still no upgrades on the Fiends. We do see the 1 rifle upgrade coming from CrunCher.
Hey, does that creep lord get level 3 from the granite plus that little troll trapper here?
It's gonna be close.
No, probably not.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The Undead got Warsong Battle Drums. Probably the best item he could have gotten. The item luck in this game is actually insane. I feel really bad for CrunCher right now.
Rip in pieces. Actually, the Death Knight kind of got targeted very heavily here, so he was kind of forced back, but Impale's not gonna land. If that Creep Lord gets level 3, by the way, against this little army, full ground army,
yeah,
the Impales are just gonna be stupid.
And he is gonna get level 3 if that rifle ends up falling.
I wonder if TeRRoR is lagging as hard as Todd. I'm pretty sure that if he was, he wouldn't be playing, so I'm the only one, as far as I know, that can see these lags, which is very inconvenient, obviously.
I can promise you if one of the players saw lags, we would have seen something in chat already at this point.
And there's some creeps left on that expo. Oh my god, if that's creep lord level 3.
That is level 3.
Oh my god. This is so bad for CrunCher.
Yeah. Oh, this is not looking good. I kind of would have liked to have seen CrunCher run left across the map and try to engage, like, as he was creeping the big golem, instead of going to the shop.
But is there anyone else who is streaming? Not as far as I know.
It would have been close. Damn. Yeah, this item luck for CrunCher is very unlucky.
Yeah.
And CrunCher's sitting at 50 food. TeRRoR broke already. TeRRoR's sitting at 67 food, 17 food supply. CrunCher is banking a little bit. And he's still sitting at 50 supply. Where's all this gold going? How is CrunCher 15 food behind here? I guess
he lost a bunch of units. Yeah, I mean they crept the same amount, to be honest, because TeRRoR got the other granite on the left. Yeah. But yeah, I guess selling the item and stuff should have given more gold to CrunCher, but yeah, I think just undead units are cheap and good. Human units are expensive and trash.
CrunCher sitting at 40 food, TeRRoR sitting at 60 food. Still about a 20 food deficit here by CrunCher. CrunCher is finding kills on these fiends, but still sitting very far behind. And lots of mana still left on the undead heroes. We still see 3 coils on this undead. I expect to see some here comes 1 coil.
Oh, the Pala is out of mana. Otherwise he could have Holy Lighted and killed the Lich.
Oh, and the Lich goes down!
Wow, didn't expect this. He can buy a scroll. He just did. Dude, CrunCher's micro pretty sick. In between 3 spikes, I'm kind of appreciating it, you know?
The CrunCher's micro, he just won that 20 food down. I don't want to say he won it, but it looked like an even fight.
I think killing the Lich means he pretty much won it. If he could get like a second staff sometime soon, he's gonna get that album as well. What the? How did he win that?
I have no idea. Killing that Lich is akin to Jesus. That's crazy. That is actually insane that CrunCher was able to hold that fight at 20 food down. Killing that Lich just reduces so much of the damage of the undead army because you take that orb out of the fight.
There's no
chasing down. There is no holy light. There's no mana on any of the heroes. They are all completely exhausted and out of mana. This is kind of when Brilliance Aura usually comes into play, because we'll see the human heroes start to gain mana faster than those undead heroes. assuming you're able to take those statues out. But we are going to see there is now one more coil on the Team Undead, and he's going to use it for a nuke. CrunCher's just going to staff that paladin back and say, "Later, nerd."
I think these items carried hard for CrunCher. Like the extra damage on the Archmage, plus 26 with Inner Fire, that's pretty absurd. And Mountain has the Glove of Haste as well as Belt of Giant Strength, so he's got additional damage as well, and it was bashing a whole bunch during the fight.
Can you imagine if CrunCher got Warsong Battle Drums instead?
Yeah. And TeRRoR found Unholy Aura?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you reversed the roles there, and this is, I would say this is a win for CrunCher just based off that.
Yeah, but now they're kind of equal in supply. I mean, CrunCher won a fight with less supply, now he has 50 against 45. This is madness.
I don't know how he won that fight down 20 food.
There was no A-bomb in the fight, no, there was one, right? But he didn't have a Disease Cloud. I think that's how. You're supposed to have... He had so much supply, but he didn't have what he needed the most, which was at least one A-bomb with Disease Cloud, because then everything gets affected.
Yeah, Disease Cloud is insane. The buff that it got in 1.31 or whatever patch that was, that increased the damage from 1 damage per second to 2 damage per second, or something like that. My gosh, it's... Yeah, Disease Cloud is crazy.
And now CrunCher is going to expand, I think. And he's getting plus 3 attack, by the way, for rifles. If you thought they were insane with plus 2, human units are pretty good after all, especially with Inner Fire.
And we see a second Slaughterhouse coming up, as well as Disease Cloud is finishing. But because CrunCher got that late A-bomb pick on the Undead army, TeRRoR is kind of sitting without any gold to make units with this double Slaughterhouse. And we're going to see one more A-bomb being produced right now. And that's going to put him up to that 50 food mark, but still one A-bomb. But CrunCher is kind of at a pretty massive advantage at this point.
Yeah, I think for TeRRoR the plan is going to be to take a fight and then use basically all of his nuke up until he's out of mana, then pull back, then do the same, and then in those fights, the priests are actually the unit that's dying the most because they've got the least hit points out of everything. They got 370 hit points. So if Impel level 2 plus Nova level 2 connects like a bunch of times, it forces a lot of healing scrolls to be used from the human, which, as we can see, there is only one right now. He's just bought a second one, but as soon as those are gonna run out, then units start dying.
Yeah, in general, if you're able to take out those priests, everything else just kind of falls from there. When you see undeads lose these fights against humans, it's usually because they're focusing the wrong units. So they'll be focusing the MK or focusing that paladin or something out of desperation, and those priests are just constantly healing. And the amount of healing those priests do cannot be underestimated. They do so much healing. But like you said, they also have very little hit points. So the positioning of those priests in the fight is really, really important.
Okay, TeRRoR just saved a bunch of gold, and now he broke upkeep, so he's queued 2 A-bombs per Slaughterhouse. So I think he's gonna want that to complete, and then he's gonna attack into the Expo. He already has 2 Destroyers. I think that's a pretty good amount already to kind of get started with. I think a third one would be amazing, though. Yeah. Look at the Lich. It's casting Ultimate.
That's what I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say that. I was wondering if you saw that or if that was just my client. Oh, that's funny.
It's summoning a demon over there.
I actually really like that bug. You've seen it when the Archmage does it, and it's like he's casting Blizzard?
Yeah.
That happens a lot too. I wonder what causes that. It's such a weird bug.
I don't know. Mountain King, by the way, is well ambushed. Right in the undead space.
How would you feel? I actually don't think this is that great of an idea, but how do you feel about human adding a workshop to get like 5 or 6 gyros?
I think it's better to get more rifles, to be honest.
Yeah.
Gyros are only good in like really high numbers, and then you don't know exactly how many destroyers are going to be made. You can, like, rifles synergize with orb are better than almost anything else at this stage.
That makes sense.
That's why he's getting like 1 or 2 breakers to somewhat tank at the front, I guess, but I think even that, I would prefer seeing a second barracks and just pure mass rifle. But then again, I'm the rifle king, so yeah.
True. You and Mr. Winner. Why wasn't Mr. Winner invited to this tournament? Everyone loves Mr. Winner.
Yeah, you know what? Next time I'll get you and him on a team.
I love it. That'd be great. The meme team. The dream meme team. Oh man. So TeRRoR sold Altar and Crypt, so he's really he's pushing that 80 food supply. Well, he's sitting at 73 right now, but he's essentially going all in on this expand with a crap ton of abominations. So he's even pulling his 3 ghouls, so this will be the last fight of the game.
Remember how I said like sometimes human won't have enough healing scrolls?
Yeah.
He's gonna have 3 healing scrolls now.
And 3 seems good. So the question is, are these rifles going to do the bombs?
With 3-0, yeah. 73 supply against 75, this attack has to do a ton here. And destroyers are gonna have to put in overtime here as well. Impel needs to hit. I mean, it's not gonna be hard, to be honest. Every units are clumped. Rifles going to town on these destroyers. They're gonna be pulled back on time. One more big impel. The statues are not reaching right now. Mana-wise, he needs to have that in range of the Crypt Lord. That's the main hero with the impel that benefits the most from this.
Something interesting about CrunCher's micro right now is he's using hold position to keep all of his units kind of spread apart. And
oh god.
The
impel.
Oh, nice spread. No, that was a great spread. And he actually TP'd there to buy time for his another heal scroll, I believe. So he had 2 heal scrolls. Oh no, he didn't. I don't know. That TP I guess was just for position to back all of his units up. He's doing a good job of focusing these A-bombs down. AM is getting focused. AM pops the invul pot. Invul on Paladin is about to wear off. MK is taking heavy damage. MK! Oh, MK invul! We need to stop Paladin. Paladin invul again. Jeez, oh man, CrunCher is like waiting till the last second on all of these clicks.
He's gonna nuke heroes now. Oh, and the MK dies before he can stumble the Crypt Lord, which was already very low hit points. He saves the
DK
Paladin
went down too, though.
Yeah, but Archmage can't escape.
No, Archmage is kind of stuck in the back, and TeRRoR is desperately trying to get his Lich in range of this Archmage. Archmage is running away. Archmage, one more hit is gonna force him to fall, and CrunCher's gonna call GG. CrunCher